right? Yeah.
All right. Now on the best of this morning, during the FIFA World Cup next year, fan zones are going to be set up across the state. This means you don't need to be in Seattle's Soto or Pioneer Square neighborhoods to get in on the action.
One of those cities is Bremerton. The city has a lot to offer, and today we're highlighting the Manette neighborhood. Joining us to continue this conversation is Anna Bressi, the co-owner of Restaurant Lola. Anna, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, y'all. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so stoked to talk about Manette.
Oh, we are excited too. She's going to talk to us about the legacy and emerging business scene in Manette. And let's jump right in. Anna, tell us a bit about Manette. It sounds like the neighborhood is growing.
For sure, yeah. Manette is definitely growing. We've certainly been part of that growth. I moved back to the area just a few years ago to start a family and open Restaurant Lola. I think what's great about Manette is that it is growing, but it's doing it with heart. So we've got new businesses opening up alongside longtime staples and a real commitment to keeping the neighborhood walkable, welcoming, and still full of that same character that has always made it magical. There are many new people, but there's still space for folks who have been here for generations. So Manette really feels like a small town, but it's a small town with a lot of soul.
I love that. And obviously, Anna, we're a few years removed from the crux of the pandemic. How would you say this area has transformed over these past 5 years?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the pandemic, I think overall was hard on small neighborhoods like Manette overall. I think doubly so when you consider our seasonality. So we definitely have a low season in the winter. We lost some longtime small businesses, which I think was really hard for the community to grapple with. But we've also gained a lot of new businesses and new interest, I think, especially when you look at the art scene and things like Bremerton First Friday, the Art Walk, and you look at this really burgeoning food scene with some really talented chefs and bartenders opening up concepts or wanting to do pop-ups at existing concepts. I think Manette is really becoming a model for how a small neighborhood can bounce back stronger after adversity.
Yeah. The Neighborhood Coalition hosts several events for people visiting. What makes the people in Manette so special?
Yeah, I think really the people in Manette are the heart of it all. It's a mix of artists. We definitely have veterans. We have a large military presence here, hospitality folks, young families like mine. And I think the best part is that everyone really contributes something. Manette is the type of place where when you walk down the street, everyone's waving at one another. Our kids know each other at the park. You know your neighbors. And there's really great pride in our local businesses and a shared accountability for how our community steps up and shapes up. And a belief that community is something we all build together. I think it's rare and really special.
Anna, you're really selling it. I almost want to move there now. How are you preparing for next year? We talked about, the FIFA World Cup is coming next year. Bremerton's going to have one of these fan zones. How excited are you that Bremerton is going to host one of these fan zones and really put a spotlight on soccer next year?
Oh my gosh, we are so excited. I think the pulse on small business owners is that we're just delighted to have all of these folks coming to our area, really getting to experience Manette, really getting to see what we have to offer on like a statewide and also global stage. So we're delighted. I think we're looking at, what are the events that we can put in place? What are the partnerships that we can have across both, Manette and Bremerton, but more widely in the county as well. And so I think there's a lot of positive energy around this influx of visitors.
All right, Anna, we need to know about Lola. Tell us about your restaurant. What should we get when we come over to visit?
Yeah. So Lola is a 20-seat farm-to-table restaurant run by myself and my husband, Chef John Hall. He's a really, really amazing chef out of Birmingham, Alabama, who I somehow convinced to move to Manette and open a restaurant. Menu changes every week. Most of our food, our purveyors come from within 100 miles of the restaurant, all focused on Western Washington. And I think it's just a really special place, a really special community hub. So the menu changes every time. I can't tell you exactly what to get, but I can tell you that the shrimp and grits is a fan fave.
Oh, yum.
I have to imagine there's some good drinks on the menu too.
Oh my gosh, amazing cocktails. We just put on a beautiful one called the Golden Hour that is reposado tequila, lemongrass, and ginger.
Ooh.
It is summer delight.
Oh, that is
Got a little
perfect.
kick to it, it
Yeah,
sounds like.
right, exactly. Perfect as we kick off summer this Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial start, of course.
That's right. Anna, thank you so much for joining us this morning. What a treat this is going to be. I can't wait to visit your restaurant and see more of Manette, and really exciting times for Bremerton as we head into next year.
Thanks so much, y'all. We'll watch for you.
All right.